Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to our Commissioners Board meeting for September the 7th. We are broadcasting live via Microsoft Teams live event, also on BCTV, as well as Facebook and YouTube Live. We'll begin with a moment of silence, followed by a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any additions or corrections for the August 31st meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We had 4 executive sessions, 2 separate ones on September the 5th, both dealing with personnel, and one on September the 6th, dealing with personnel, and a second one on the 6th, dealing with personnel and real estate. This time, I'll recognize my executive assistant, Anne Marie Grill, to read the public comment policy.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used. Teams Q&A, Facebook, and YouTube. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Anne Marie. There's no public comment on agenda items in person or online. And we'll move forward with the agenda. Item 1, authorizing under that Budget Department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2023 transfers in the amount of $70,023 and 2023 appropriations in the amount of $1,650,346 per listing dated September the 1st of 2023. We have one item under Human Resources, authorize the appointment of Justin Mahalachek to Enterprise Support Technician Information Systems. There's several items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of the fiscal year 2022 through 2027 Supervision Fund Agreement between the County of Berks, Adult Probation Department, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting through the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. The grant returns to the county the pecuniary amount of funds equal to the county's supervision fees received by the execute the certification of use of funds for the National Opioid Settlement Funds. Item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute an agreement between the County of Berks and the Berks County Industrial Development Authority to guarantee repayment to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program of any ineligible expenditures made by Albright College in Reading, PA, out of the funds provided by RACP grant in the amount of $3 million from the Commonwealth's RACP fund to the Berks IDA for the renovation of the Leo Camp building. In the event neither Berks IDA nor Albright College has sufficient funds to reimburse such ineligible expenditures. I bring this up often because when you read that, it sounds like a very dire scenario. The processes that are in place, both at the state level and at the IDA level, have resulted in the last, as far back as we've been able to go, this has never happened, but it is something that is required by law. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing execution of the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for Child Advocacy Centers grant application for the District Attorney's Office. The funds will cover a portion of the salary benefits for the CAC Court Director and operating expenses. Item E, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to accept and execute the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania Volunteers Special Risk Accident Insurance Policy Renewal for the period of October 1 of 2023 to October 1 of 2024. Item F, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the following documents. These documents have to do with our retirement board. These were approved. Actually, the action to generate these documents was approved at our recent retirement board meeting, and now the commissioners need to act on those. Item 1, amendment to investment management agreement between SEI Investments Management Corporation and Berks County Employee Retirement Fund, authorizing changes in strategy, restating Schedule A, amending the fee schedule, and restating Schedule C. Item 2, SEI authorized persons form outlining individuals authorized by the plan to provide instructions to SEI Trust Company. And item 3, SEI Special Situations Collective Investment Trust application form. Item 2, a motion to authorize execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated September the 1st of 2023. There are a total of 2 contracts, one with Children and Youth Services and one with Information Systems. Item 3, a motion to authorize execution of the payments and electronic transfers for the week ending September 7th of 2023. Item 4, a motion to authorize execution of employee payroll disbursements dated September the 12th of 2023.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. With that, we will move to reports of our treasurer and our controller, and we will begin with our acting county treasurer, Socrates Georgiadis.
Good morning.
Good
We have
morning.
an opening balance today of $250,940,227.11. We have a balance to clear of $2,041,458.51, leaving us with a balance of $248,898,768.60. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Socrates. And we'll move now to our county controller report. And we have our county controller, Sandy Graffius.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, our total cash disbursements this week was $4,010,785.18. The end.
Thank you very much. And with that, we'll move to our Deputy Chief Operations Officer, Larry Medaglia.
Good morning, and thank you, Commissioner. Just a note on the Ag Center Phase 1 renovations have gotten underway in full swing. Wanted to update you on that. All the permits were finally picked up, so we are ready to rock and roll. This is the first significant renovation to the Ag Center since it was built in the 1970s. And I wanted to thank the board for your commitment to agriculture and to the programs that we have up at the Ag Center for not just the agricultural community, but all of our citizens here in Berks. And I also wanted to just point out the really hard work that's taken place on our behalf through the facilities team led by Rex Levengood and Doug Bowden. They've put in an enormous amount of time to make sure that the plans and the specifications were ready to go so that when we get this project going, we wouldn't run into problems and cost overruns from change orders. So they've been exceptional, and I think it's noteworthy. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I will ditto your comments on our facilities leadership. They've been doing a great job, and a project like this is very complex and time consuming, but really appreciate their efforts.
Yep.
We'll move to commissioners' reports and begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. Just a few items here. This Saturday is the Council Chemical Abuse Recovery Walk. It starts at 10 a.m. at the Rise Center, which is 702 North 8th Street. And we'll start there and walk to City Park. The walk will go from Rise up through Oley Street to Oley and 9th Street, where if you haven't been by, there's a new SOS Berks recovery-themed mural. We're going to stop there. SOS Berks is an opioid task force of different organizations countywide. And we're working on 2 murals. One is installed. The second one is almost completed, but this mural on 9th and Oley Street is actually inspired by Jose. It's a real person, and he will speak about his path to recovery and how it's depicted in the artwork on that mural. So if you can't do the walk, but you want to meet us at 9th and Oley Street, we'll be there at around 10 o'clock. And then from there, we'll proceed up 9th Street to Washington Street. And then in that City Park, there will be a recovery celebration with different events going on that morning. So please feel free to join us this Saturday to help raise awareness and celebrate recovery from substance use disorders. Also this weekend is the Golden Age Air Museum, their World War I fly-in, and this is both Saturday and Sunday. And there should be a flyer that will be put up on the screen shortly, but there'll be various events going on. And the event will include a special ceremony to apply the squadron insignia to the recently completed replica GAAM World War I SPAD airplane. We actually had the opportunity to go up there and see that plane while it was being built. It's amazing the work that they do there. The airplane is being painted in the markings of the Pennsylvania native Charles Biddle Andalusia, who was the squadron commander of the 13th U.S. Aero Squadron in World War I and fighter ace. And they are fortunate enough to have access to the original brass template used in World War I, which is kind of amazing. And they're going to use it to apply the squadron markings and to have relatives of 5 of those pilots in attendance to help us paint the squadron insignia on the airplane. The template has not been used since World War I, which was 105 years ago. So this is the first time that brass template is going to be used to mark a plane. The event will also include aircraft demonstrations, a World War I living history encampment, military vendors, and displays of World War I uniforms and memorabilia. So if you have a chance, go visit. For more information, goldenageair.org. Again, goldenageair.org. Seems to be an impressive weekend of things that will be happening there. Also a reminder that this month is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So if you do not have your library card, take some time to visit your local library, learn about what they offer, get your card there so you can use it at the different libraries throughout the county. They have a lot more than just books there. There's different things that you can check out. They have, what is it called? The Library of Things. They have a Library of Things where you can get a lot of things that are just not books. And one of the items that they have is a glasses for colorblind people. They have for inside and for outside as well. You can go sign them out at the library and use them to see if it's something that would benefit you. So make sure you go visit a library, take a family and friend over, learn about our libraries here in Berks County and all the great services that they provide to our community. Understand that each library is independent from each area. So they do need assistance in fundraising and volunteers and so forth. So again, this month is Library Card Sign-Up Month. And last but not least, just also want to remember that September is also Suicide Prevention Month. I mentioned this last week. Specifically, the governor has proclaimed September 10 through the 17th the Suicide Prevention Week and September 10 as Suicide Prevention Day. So if you please learn a little bit more about this, if you see someone or if you have suicidal thoughts, please make sure you get some help. This is all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera. We'll move now to Commissioner Lucine Sahelnik.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. If you see anybody in Berks County this month wearing a yellow ribbon, it's because we are celebrating and drawing awareness to childhood cancer awareness. And this earlier today, we were lucky to have 2 representatives from our community. You'll see that on screen as I pull up this photo. We were able to have a proclamation really talking about the fact that childhood cancer is the leading cause of death from disease and the second overall leading cause of death for children in the United States. The statistics are shocking. It's something we should be talking about. We should be advocating for and also funding research. And we want to make sure that we as commissioners in this morning together did proclaim the month of September as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month throughout Berks County. We want to encourage everybody really here to increase awareness of what you can do if this affects you or your families to support the fight against childhood cancer. What I'm also going to do here is take a moment to pull up a website from, let's see here, it's Laney's Legacy. And I want to do this because the representatives that we had today in the pictures were board members, Alyssa Vale and Mary Beth Ulrey. And as you can see this screening, they have established an organization here in Berks County. You can see the URL laneyslegacyofhope.org. This organization has been working hard for a decade now to really be the place and the resource to support families, who are involved, that cancer, childhood cancer is touching directly. Everyone in the family and the community, as well as trying to raise funds for research. And so if you have the time or the volition to visit, you can see here, they showcase some individuals just to show you that it's very real. And they have a lot of different events. They have annual Golden Gala that's coming up at the end of this month. And then they have a Fashionista 5K, which is a lot of fun, a golf scramble, a radiothon. So a lot of different ways to get involved if you choose and can support the awareness and fundraising for childhood cancer. So just very important to bring that to your attention. I also want to pull up something that I'm really excited to participate in tomorrow, and that is the Alvernia Women's Summit. We will be speaking to, let's see here. I've been invited to speak and participate, and I know other women from the County of Berks will be participating here in Alvernia's Women Council 2023 Leadership Summit. I'd like to bring this up because there are a lot of opportunities here in our community for professional development, engaging each other in different professional groups. This one is women-centric, which of course I applaud. And the summit here really is to invest in yourself, and to aspire, be, and create. It is sold out, so if you don't have a ticket, you're not going to be able to attend. But I just want to bring this to your attention because we have some phenomenal programming that's happening right here in Berks County. You don't have to go anywhere else. Tune in. And what I really appreciate is a lot of the session topics are relevant to you no matter what you're navigating as a professional and also as a female professional. And they're presented by local women in your community. So again, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's Leadership Summit. And last but not least, it's what I always like to leave you with, is our September schedule for our Berks County Parks and Rec programming. Looks like September 7th, today, there's basket weaving with invasives. And I have to tell you, basket weaving is cool. But the fact that they're doing it with invasives is exceptional because it's a great way to use those invasives and get them out of our yards and gardens and forests. So always a reminder to take a look at countyofberks.com, September in the Parks. This is a direct flyer. They have it monthly to get outside with your family and friends and enjoy what Berks County Parks have to offer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Sahelnik. Commissioner Rivera covered all but one item that I was going to hit. I will be at the recovery walk. I'm going to try to stop in at the World War I fly-in. That is both Saturday and Sunday up at outside of Bethel, Pennsylvania, at the Golden Age Air Museum. But the other item that's taking place on Saturday is the Berksheim Fest. This has not been able to occur for the last several years because of health and safety concerns, but it is back. It's a special event targeted for the residents. There'll be food vendors from the area. There's a special fund. It doesn't involve county tax dollars that raises dollars so that every single resident, I believe they get a voucher for $10 this year, and they're able to go around. Volunteers will help them get around, or family or friends. It's just a great event. I'll be planning to stop out sometime, probably during the early afternoon for Heimfest. So very glad to see that come back. And I know that a lot of the residents are looking forward to that. That is all that I have. Are there any comments from our row officers? I don't see any. There's no public comment online.
Motion.
That brings us to the end of the agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
The meeting is adjourned.
He's ready. Where are you going?